First Eps podcast is back, and it feels good to say those words. It's been 81 days since we've last recorded.
Is that true?
That is true.
Wow.
I know you missed us, but now we're back. We did not abandon you. We're here. We're talking about a brand new show, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We had to have a good one to pull us out of our doldrums, our slumber.
Our slumber. We were sleeping this whole time.
81 days.
Yeah. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here. Back again. Back in the saddle again.
Yeah, but the First Eps family.
The First Eps family. We appreciate you, coming back, checking this out. If you're new to the family, go check out our older episodes. We got a ton of them.
We do. But you also now have a full schedule ahead for us that we're going to be...
We're starting fresh.
Yeah, man.
This is like a reboot.
I get really?
I don't know. Probably not that much. I'm still using all the same stuff. But like a cold reboot.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? As opposed to a hot reboot?
I mean, I think we just took an extended vacation. We didn't really think it was going to be as long as it was, but this, that, and all of a sudden it's
so you might be saying,
days. Who are these people?
Where have you been for 81 days?
Yeah.
I don't know. Life just got in the way. Work stuff, personal stuff.
So when is that? December?
That was December.
I thought we did one in January.
No, we talked about it. We watched the show and we were ready to do it. And then, I think I got sick or someone got sick. So it was always really bad timing as far as our old failing bodies.
Right, that's what happens.
But now we're back. We got new bodies.
New bodies.
New brains.
And again, you have this whole schedule laid out now, so I think we're going to be a little more regimented for a while.
Exactly, yeah. So I want to, start fresh. I want to come back with a bang.
Strong.
We got everything scheduled. We're going to let you know what's coming up next.
Yep.
We're going to let you know, when we're going to be on break.
Right.
We want you to know. We know that, when there's a week with no First Eps, you're hurting.
Right.
You're hurting. You're feeling it. You're calling us up on the First Eps hotline and you're saying, where are you? And I say, who is this?
Yeah.
And how did you get my phone number?
But then you're like, you know what? They're right.
Yeah, you're family.
Exactly. Forgive and forget.
It's
move
on. We're I always say that this is kind of like Fast and the Furious. Yeah. And we're all about family here at First Eps.
Oh. Who am I?
And Coronas. Well, you're, but without a doubt, Vin Diesel.
Ooh, I like that.
And I'm Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, sexy. Did
all
she
right.
have a breast like that?
No, but I was just mostly just showing off this sweet T-shirt.
I was I don't know. I've never seen a show of that, so a movie of that.
Bam.
Oh, I see. Michelle Rodriguez T-shirt.
No, it's for the video watchers.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. Trust me. Wait, no, for the audio listeners. Oof, we're a little rusty. We'll see how this goes. And cut. Okay, we did it. All right, so what we do here at First Eps, cold reboot, remember?
Right, yeah.
We watch the first episode of a TV show, and we use that to determine whether or not we're going to continue to watch it, whether or not you should check it out at all. Yeah. But we're going to talk about that first episode. We're going to give a little bit of spoilers here and there for what happened during that first episode.
It's necessary.
And then we're going to give our review. We're going to talk about some other stuff. Sometimes, rare episodes, tickle fight, but we got to schedule those in.
Right. Yeah. I didn't prep myself for that today.
No, I know. Yeah, your feather is limp.
Limp feather. Yes.
Should we do it? Should we get into it?
Tickle fight?
Yes. Let's talk about the first app of Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is a brand new show on Netflix. All 8 episodes are out, and what it is, it's the cartoon that everybody
You've heard
knew.
Of it before.
You've all heard of it.
Yeah, you probably watched it.
You may have watched it.
Yeah.
I think. Did you watch any of the cartoon?
Not religiously, but I've seen pieces of it, including the first couple episodes 1,000 times for some reason.
I only ever watched the first episode once. I was I was going to try to get my son into it.
Yeah.
And
so this is fairly recently.
Yeah, he was much younger, but I was hey, check this out. Colors. Let's watch this. Because you're always looking for something that's suitable, but that also you'll enjoy.
Right, yeah.
And No, we didn't. I don't even think we finished the first episode. But I wanted more. Like, there's not a ton of action in the first episode, which this
in the cartoon version.
In the cartoon,
yeah.
It was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
But this first episode, the new live action version.
Right.
I should preface that this is not a cartoon.
No,
this is a live action version.
Right.
It's got a lot of action.
It does have a lot of action.
Live action.
It's got a live and an action.
All right, let's talk about it. So it starts out
Can't wait.
the person running through the capital city and being chased. We're like, what's going on? This is how we start every episode of First Eps. What's going on here? And this is where we get a little taste of the bending. Fire bending.
Right.
Earth bending.
Yeah.
And it was like this awesome fight.
Right.
I was into it immediately.
Yeah.
Like, because I thought the effects and the way that they do the earth bending and the fire bending, it all looked cool.
It did.
And it was all like, you and I like X-Men and, powers.
Yeah, who doesn't?
And it was like that, it was definitely like a superhero kind of thing. And then we see the old man Fire. That's what I call him.
Ooh.
He has a big bushy beard.
Yeah.
And he said, we're looking for the Avatar. And we're going to kill all the airbenders until we find him.
Yes. He was like the Emperor or something. Emperor? Yeah.
And then they go into explaining what the Avatar is. It's like one person every generation has the power to use 4 elements.
4. Water, earth, heart, and... oh, that's Captain Planet.
Yeah. Care Bear stare. And then, and when one dies, a new one is born. So I guess there's a new one out there. They don't know who it is, but they know that it's an airbender, so they're just going to kill every airbender.
Right. Or at least the person's with the airbenders.
Right.
Yeah.
So next thing we see, we're at the airbender village, and we see...
peaceful. They're running around, kids laughing. You know how it always starts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kids laughing. It looks great there. Everybody's just, loving the air.
And then, of course, who's jumping through the minarets in the sky?
The main character of our story, Aang.
There he is.
Ong.
There's our boy.
How do you pronounce it? Aang? Is it a hard A? Is it hard buffalo A here? Aang.
I think it's an Aang.
Not an Ong.
Probably Ong.
Yeah, who knows? I'm going to call him Aang.
Okay.
If that's wrong, world, let me know. But yeah, he's out there flying about all nimbly bimbly.
Aang is doing his thing.
Aang is doing his thing up in the sky.
Yeah.
And then they tell him that, listen, you got to go. You're you're the Avatar.
Right.
You got to go train. Right. Because shit's going down.
But they didn't know shit was going down at that point.
But they knew that shit was eventually going to go down.
Gotcha. Right. There was some rumors that the Earth Kingdom was under attack by the Fire Kingdom.
And that shit was going to go down.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's like, all right, one last fly on my fuzzy cow that flies in the air.
Yeah, the Baba Ganoush.
The Baba Ganoush. So he's out there flying around on this flying bison or whatever. And then meanwhile...
Yeah. Can you remember what was he going to the water people during that? I don't know. Happened.
Because at first I thought he was just saying goodbye to his flying cow because he was crying, everything was sad. Yeah. And then next we see him flying on his flying cow.
It's like a storm.
And then there's this huge storm, so I don't know if he was going somewhere or just out for like a joyride.
Okay, I was a little confused by that too, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile, while this is happening, the fire guys are attacking the airbenders, and they could just turn into like flying rocket men, I guess, which seems a little that they could also fly, because that seems to be the air people's thing.
Right.
But now the fire guys can just propel themselves with fire.
Like fire, yeah. I wonder, so they don't get burned by fire, right?
I guess
and they wear like fire retardant clothes because they never were like nude.
Yeah, you don't see them like having burns all over them.
Yeah,
I feel like if I was a firebender, I would just be covered in burns.
Right, and nude because you're burned through your clothes.
Yeah, of course. Now this is TVPG, so maybe that's why.
I mean, I was waiting for the nude firemen.
Yeah,
kind of like what's his name? Who's the guy?
Human Torch.
Exactly, he's always nude, right?
Always nude. Yeah, and completely hairless because all the hair just burns
singed
off.
away. Yeah, we all know this.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen here. They've all got full beards and fire. It didn't seem like it would work out for me, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They got beards, fire. This does not seem like a good combo.
But, it is a fantasy world, so you need to suspend that disbelief.
It smells terrible there. All that burnt hair smell.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyways, this leads us to this awesome battle. It's like the air people versus the fire people.
Right.
And again, like same thing as like the first scene where they're showing the powers.
Yeah.
It was quite the spectacle.
Yeah. When people were spinning and
lots of spinning. That's a big move. The guys
tornado thingies.
Yeah. So what is the fire projectile? Because you can't just have fire. Like, I don't like. It doesn't something need to be burning? I don't.
Well, I think it's kind of like the Street Fighter fireball. Fireball, you shoot it out and just kind of comes out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or what's his name? Super Mario. You're kind of throwing, you turn into like that fire guy.
Because there are points much later then where they're chucking them hundreds of yards.
Yeah.
Like how does it not dissipate?
I don't know. Weird. It was
someone explained to me how the fire bending works.
Yeah.
And then while the battle's happening, Aang gets pulled underwater. During this big storm.
Right, he was not there in the battle. He was doing his own thing,
flying around, just crying and flying. Yeah. And then he gets pulled under the water.
Yeah.
His the big oxen gets pulled under too.
Yeah.
And that's and then the scene ends.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't end because there is a very big moment where something happens where all of a sudden Aang just sits like floating in the water, eyes like white, and his arrow turns all white, and then it just this huge bright light, and then it ends.
I thought that was later on.
No, that happened as he was drowning or whatever.
Oh, he went into stasis. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the next scene, we're at Wolf Cove. This is like a bunch of ice people. And this is where we meet the other main characters, Katara and Sokka. They're out there just, I guess these are the waterbenders.
Yep. That's the village. There's not many left because a lot of them went off to war. So just the kids are left. And then some of the people who don't have waterbending ability.
Yeah, the elderly and the kids are just there holding down the fort. And they stumble upon Aang. Well, they don't stumble upon him. A giant beam of light just blasts through the sky.
Yep.
And then
what?
This majestic music is happening. Swell.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there look at me, all
his
glowing.
eyes are glowing.
Yeah.
I love that move.
Yeah, it's a very cool move.
Yeah. And then he faints. I always love that too.
Love that move.
Yeah.
Superpower.
Right.
Faint.
That's a life goal for myself.
That is a classic thing.
Right?
Yeah. Right now you're just doing the fainting. Yeah. You could get this though.
We're building up to the superpower part. Yeah.
So they take him back to the village and they're saying airbenders don't exist.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, what?
And then he's like, but look. And then there he is. He's dancing the pirouette in the sky, moving around. And they're like, what? Who are you? So
then we find out that 100 years has passed.
Yeah.
All the airbenders have been eradicated.
Yeah.
Fire has been at war with everybody.
Yeah.
And they just that's just it. Life sucks now.
Yeah.
Everybody used to be friendly.
Yep.
And now it just sucks and they're all dying.
Everyone needed them. He was missing.
Right. Yeah. Way to guilt him, So at the same time, Lucky, this ship is riding through the area.
A firebender ship.
They see the beam of light. Yeah, and it's the fire people just rolling smoke through the ocean.
Why they knew or they happened to be out that way, I don't know. Maybe we'll learn that later on.
Yeah, and this is Prince Zuko who's riding upon
the main character.
This little ship. Yeah, he's got a birthmark or...
Yeah, that was one of the differences I noticed.
At first I thought it was a fire burn, and I was like, okay, he has the burn.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it was.
Because in the cartoon, it always looked like to me like it was almost like makeup or a purposeful
gotcha.
like
war paint.
Yes, war paint kind of a thing. But this made it look like more like it was a scar or something. So it was interesting, little change up. But okay, yeah.
So that dude comes into town. He's like, he all of a sudden knows okay, this must be the Avatar. I'm gonna go get him, and I'm gonna be Daddy's favorite boy.
Perfect. That's what I need.
So he goes there and threatens to kill everybody or whatever. And then Sokka's like, "How about we duel?"
Yeah.
So they're dueling
for about a minute. Not even.
Sokka's getting destroyed. But then Aang comes in.
Yeah.
And
blows the gates off.
Starts fucking shit up. Just killing everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead. Their heads are falling off.
Yeah. Super gory. I was surprised by that. No, that did not happen. I mean, he did beat people up, but there was no gore.
Yeah, exactly. But then, they threatened to just burn the whole village down. So Aang's like, all right, I'll go with.
Right.
So
would you do that at that point?
I I don't know, man. I would have fought. They had the upper hand.
Just
the
keep fighting.
villagers are throwing rocks.
Yeah, you would have just kept fighting and just destroyed.
How many? Like, he's the Avatar.
Yeah.
Like, get good. In this situation, would I be the Avatar?
Yeah.
Do I know how to do any other
I think you're just... I mean, I guess you probably have some, but we don't really know yet.
See, this was the thing, too. Early on, he's trying to teach... Katara, like how like he does the bending, and he's like, I just like just breathe and just let your body go.
Yeah.
So if he has the ability to do all four, how come he can't just like breathe, let his body go, and then just start shooting water and fire and earth or whatever?
Well, he didn't practice with them yet enough.
Gotcha.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So yeah, he goes with the bad guys, but he ends up escaping. And it's a very harrowing escape.
He's very tricksy.
Where he ends up jumping off the boat, flying through the air. And then his moose thing, which we've never mentioned, is alive. Must have been frozen in stasis with him,
or
as
maybe
well.
Maybe they're very long lived.
Maybe
I'm not sure. Yeah,
but yeah, that comes and Sokka's on there, and they
all
moose you call save each other. They have called it like 6 different times.
It reminds me of like that thing that Bastion flew. Falcor.
Yes.
In Neverending Story.
Very cute. But also like a weird, like a platypus, too.
With a platypus tail.
Yeah.
A little shorter than Falcor, who's a dragon, I think, right? But yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they go back to the air village then. Aang sees like everything's destroyed, all like,
with his new friends, he goes there on the back of Falcor.
Right. They're just like, we got to check this shit out. They go there. Everything's grown over, and he sees the corpse of his best friend, this old dude.
His mentor, too. Yeah.
That's
right. That's why I'm like, why did they go there? Because they knew that it wasn't safe to stay at the village anymore because they were going to come looking for them again. So... Oh, but you glossed over the one really cool part.
What part?
Where Aang was flying away, and that's right, his friends from the water village. What's her name? Katara?
Yeah.
And her brother were coming back on the moose, as you said.
She did powers.
And then as the Avatar is flying towards them, he shoots this huge fireball at him. But protecting him was not the Airbender, but instead a huge wave of water comes up and destroys the fireball.
That part was cool.
Yeah,
I really glossed over pretty much everything having to do with her.
Yeah.
She's like one of the main characters, but she's like, I guess, the only existing waterbender at their village, and she's not good. She's just learning, she's just figuring things out.
Like a bubble.
But she did do that cool...
Which I was like, wait,
wall of water.
You could do a bubble 2 seconds ago, and that's all you could do. And now you just literally lifted a wave up, like
it's because she just felt it, dude. In the moment,
100 feet.
In the moment, she felt it.
She had to. Yeah, her heart was in it. That's true.
So yeah, the last scene of the show though is like Aang sees his best friend is dead. It's all real now.
Yeah.
He loses his shit.
Yeah.
Like everything's going crazy. It's like you called it his like Dark Phoenix moment.
That was amazing. Yes.
Eyes light up white and his arrow's all white.
Yeah, like a huge
hurricane
around him.
Arrow goes all the way down. We find that out. We don't know how far down.
No, we don't.
At least to his
but it goes down his back.
His waist.
Yeah, like the line. So the arrow starts points to his nose, and then the line goes all the way down his back. So the scene when he's putting his shirt on, and it's still all the way down behind his shirt. Which I was like, and then I was like, oh, where does that go to exactly?
Exactly.
Like all the way down his legs? Does it like split and go down?
Maybe, and then it's just like just goes down.
Right?
I don't know. We can't really speculate because he's only like 14.
Well, I mean, it's not anything sexual.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but like does it go?
I don't know.
His butt?
Maybe it goes up and then it goes around.
Out his butt, in his butt.
And then it goes back up.
Yeah, then there's an arrow on the front.
Right under the neck.
It could.
Right?
It could.
For some reason, the nose and the mouth are very important.
But it's like a tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a painful tattoo.
Going right through your gooch?
Go all over, yeah. Up and down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... I didn't
Unless airbenders are known to have off-center buttholes, then goes right past it.
Maybe it is. I've never seen the anatomy of any of the people in this world.
No, we never will. This is a TV PG show.
Oh, it's PG.
And
okay. Yeah.
So yeah. And that is the first episode.
On that note, that's the end of the first episode.
That's the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like I said, it is. It's TV PG, and it was definitely something like it felt. That it wasn't. I didn't think it was. We'll get to our reviews, but like overall, I thought it was simple. And I realized I think it was because of that. It's geared towards a younger audience. It's not going to have this huge, like dramatic, like thing or whatever.
Like Game of Thrones,
exactly. So
there was the one part in the beginning was kind of scary when the one Earthbender kind of got like torched.
That's true. They did light a person on fire.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was
pretty
pretty PG-13. All right, we're going to do our review of this first episode, but before we do that, let's talk about live action, versions of things.
Yeah.
Live action adaptations.
Yeah.
I found a list of a bunch of them, and I picked out my favorites, and I want to see how they rank.
These are live action that have actually come.
That have come out.
Okay.
And I think these are the best. Now I want to know out of this.
Okay.
I think I got 12 here.
Wow, okay.
What's the best
There's
one?
12 of them? Wow.
Yeah, this is a new segment we call We Pick the Best. TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990s movies. Vanilla Ice.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. So
classics.
Oh, you're saying, okay. Yeah, I guess that's that's considered live action. Okay.
Yeah, of course it's live action.
I mean,
there
but it's like
people in those suits.
Yeah. Okay.
Alive, I would hope.
Sure. Yeah. Sure, that was good.
Yeah. We give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah, that was fine.
Scooby-Doo,
wait,
not
Ryan
real.
Phillippe was in that? No, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. I get those two confused. I was actually even thinking of Matthew Lillard when I said that.
Oh my gosh, Ryan Phillippe was so mad at you.
Was he associated in any way with that?
No, he was in the. I know you did it last summer that you're thinking of him with her and Prince Philip, whatever his name is.
Freddie Prinze Phillippe.
Yeah.
Popeye. Do you ever see the Popeye movie with Robin Williams?
And Rosie O'Donnell. No, that's Flintstones.
Flintstones. That was next.
Is it really?
Flintstones. Yeah. How do you rank Flintstones?
I don't. Forgettable.
Yeah, it was. But they did it. They did a good job.
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Sure. Yeah.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Sure.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. That's become a classic. Absolutely.
Casper.
Sure.
Remember that one?
Mm-hmm. With good old Wednesday.
Yeah. What's her name? Wednesday.
I can't remember her name.
Not the new Wednesday for you youngsters.
Yeah, the old Wednesday.
Transformers.
Well, not the old Wednesday. The medium Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Transformers. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is great.
G.I. Joe.
These are mostly movies, though, right?
They're like almost all movies.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like no.
Have there been any TV shows?
Well, One Piece. What's
that?
The pirate one we watched not too long ago. Wow, we watched that first episode. It was my favorite show of last year.
With the kid.
Yeah,
with the
Luffy.
hair. The little hair. That was your favorite show of last year?
Yeah.
What?
It was a great year.
Wow. That was the one with the guy. Yeah, I kind of got this confused with that one for a second. Okay, yeah.
It's very similar. They're both Netflix.
Yeah.
And that was going to be one of my next questions, but let's get through the list.
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats. You remember that one?
I don't remember the cartoon very much. I certainly don't remember a live-action version.
Speed Racer. Did you ever watch that one? The Wachowski siblings? No. That one was pretty good.
Okay.
What about Masters of the Universe? You remember that one?
I remember the reboot with, like, the cartoon. I don't remember
No, we're talking live action, baby. It was really bad. It had Dolph Lundgren as He-Man.
Okay.
Orko, I think, was there.
Who was Orko?
I don't know.
Carol Kane.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Carol Kane? She's the one who played, like, she has a voice like this?
No. I don't think so. But yeah, then recently Netflix has been doing they got the One Piece. They did that Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Remember we watched that an episode of that. That wasn't very good. And now this.
Yeah.
And now that's not even talking about like how Disney is doing live action versions of every single one of theirs.
Movie. Yep.
And I don't think I've seen any of them.
Me neither. Yeah. Well, yeah. Which is fine.
I heard that Cinderella was decent.
Wait, there's a live action Cinderella?
Yeah. There's a Lion King, The Little Mermaid.
I know Little Mermaid and Beauty
Aladdin with Will Smith. Beauty and the Beast has Hermione.
I knew that one.
So,
Will Smith, he's the genie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I know that one.
Yeah, so those are always weird.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Those are always weird. So if you could have like a live action version of a cartoon that you enjoyed during your youth or now, is there one out there that you would like to see what a live action version of it would look like?
Got 3 that come to mind.
Ooh, hit me.
Gummy bears.
That would be nightmare fuel.
I think that's the way we would take it. Yeah, like terrifying. Yeah, they're just bouncing everywhere and causing mayhem.
Now, would they be played like Ewok style by like little people? Or are we talking like CGI gummy bears in like a real world?
No. I mean, since now you brought up like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think just like that.
You have to have.
They'd just be bouncing and like, yeah. I don't know how they
maybe
would do
children,
it.
maybe toddlers.
Sure, children, toddlers, and little people. Whoever we can go
bouncing around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. What else?
The second one would be Gem and the Holograms.
Oh, okay,
Would
good
love
one.
to see that one. Yeah.
Similar to Josie and the Pussycats.
Sure, but like more like the generation that I watched, not in the 70s, like when you were watching it.
Yeah. Okay.
Josie and the Pussycats. And the last one would have to be
Rachel Lee Cook, I think, was in Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. That would be a good one.
Right?
That would be similar to something like this. Powers.
Yes. That's what I was thinking. So we
know.
watched like that Winx Saga one, things that are kind of a little similar, and I feel like it's right for a Sailor Moon reboot.
Just put the Winx people in like little tiny skirts.
Sure, yeah, those little Sailor Girl skirts, whatever those are.
Perfect.
Maybe we have to update them a little bit more, a little more appropriate for 2020s.
Yeah.
But besides that, yeah.
For me, I would love it could be a movie, a live action.
We'll accept it.
Bob's Burgers.
Okay, I mean I like it with the actual actors.
Yeah, and just like the
Just
real world. Like I think it would be so much fun.
That'd be really funny. I like this idea a lot.
And then Voltron, I would like to see that. Voltron was always good.
Okay.
And
Transformers.
What is skeptic? Voltron was like you could have the different people forming one. Like, you can't do that with Transformers. Those are just dumb robots. And they're like, we fight for Earth. I'm talking about arm, connected. I guess it's like Power Rangers. It really is just like Power Rangers now that I think about it. Okay, what about... Now, and this may have been tarnished by the most recent movie, Cats. You remember that?
Okay.
Thundercats. Now picturing Thundercats, but now they're all like looking like that weird cat thing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't like.
I like this idea though. Thundercats. Oh.
Yeah, I thought for sure that you were gonna say Daria. You love that. You always talk about that cartoon.
I do love Daria. I never thought about that one. I wasn't thinking more like I was thinking more like the kids ones I watched as a kid.
Gotcha.
More than like the ones I watched a little bit later on. That's interesting though. Yeah. Daria would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nice, easy one to translate over, too.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a Jetsons show.
Jetsons. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or a movie or something. That's what shocks me, that there hasn't been a Jetsons.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, look at how good the Flintstones movies did.
Did they do well?
I think so. I remember that McDonald's paired with the Flintstones movies for a while, and they would sell the McRibs. Excuse me for a second. ASMR. And I remember when I was a kid, they had like in front of the McDonald's like a giant rock with the big M on it, and I thought that was like a permanent thing there, but it was only there because of the Flintstones thing.
Oh, I remember the giant rock with the M on it. Mm-hmm. Was it the one right in Hamburg?
I think so. Yep, it was.
Oops, spoiler alert! Community. That's too funny. I remember that one.
Yeah. All right, so that was a fun look at what could be, what was, what may be.
I mean, let's hope the Voltron one comes true.
Shut up. All right, back to The Last Airbender. I want to know, on the First Eps scale, rating 1 through 10, 10 being the ultimate best, what do you give the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I liked it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it a 6.
6.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
So I think we're right there. It was good. It's again, this is where I was talking about the PG-ness of it. I think it kind of maybe dumbed it down a little bit. I don't want to say dumbed it down either, but it was more simple, you know. And I know, not like there was a complaint or anything. I liked that for what it was. I thought and you got child actors too, so the acting's not going to be like amazing. But I thought Aang did a good job.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
he had a couple emotional moments. Yeah. And sold them well. And him dancing through the air, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the other actors I don't like the Sokka guy who looks like,
I have to say though,
Vanderpump.
Yeah, he looks like Tom Sandoval.
Yes, Sandoval.
Like his younger brother or something.
He really does.
But that guy wasn't very likable in the cartoon either. At least not in the beginning, the episodes I've seen.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's a good point.
I don't know if that's part true to character or that's the actor.
I just didn't like, I don't know, something about him. Maybe it's the stand-up allness of him. But yeah, overall, I thought like the best part I thought for me was the powers. I thought they were done really well.
They were very well. Yeah.
And it was really cool. I kept waiting. I want more. I want to see like what the fights, the way that they did the fighting, where they had, the air versus the fire and see how they countered each other. I know you kept wanting them to do like, just suck the oxygen out of the room.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, come on. Like you can, to me, fire, although like you would think it's the strongest, I think it's actually the weakest of all of them.
Yeah. Water can put it out.
Like earth can smother it. Wind can smother it.
Yeah.
And so can, water. So I don't know, but like they don't really ever seem to do it. That kind of gets said, but I don't know if they're powerful enough, right? But like, like just shoot your air. Yeah.
And the air power that we've seen, doesn't seem like it does enough damage. It really just pushes people over.
Well, that's what's weird. Like, so maybe the air just pushed people over, but you can obviously move things with the air. So why don't you put like tacks in your hand and then shoot it at them?
Yeah.
Like you basically have telekinesis, and they never used it like that.
No, they just knock people down.
Right. Like I would have had like some kind of like, I don't know, scalpels or blades, and then just whip those at people and fire all you want. It's going to go right through that.
Sure.
And end the thing fast.
Yeah.
The other thing that annoyed me was that if she can do this gigantic wave, why didn't she just sink that damn ship right away with the fire people on it?
Because it was in the moment, dude. It was the moment they were about to die.
And she saved him, and then now you create a huge wave and just knock the ship over.
She fainted.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
She did not.
Yep, she used her power and then fainted.
Oh, I love that.
Classic power and faint. So the IMDb rating on this is a 7.5.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which I thought, for something like that is so beloved, the cartoon that is, the IP of this is very good because you'll always have like the fanatical people that are saying like, how dare you touch my...
I thought it was pretty true. Again, I didn't watch much more than I think the first 5 episodes, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But this seemed very much like the first 2 episodes perfectly, but a little different too. Like it did kind of...
Yeah.
I didn't know everything that was going to happen to it, even though I watched it like 8 times because I always try to start this series and never get through it.
Yeah, like I think all this stuff in the beginning with the fire and stuff, that wasn't in the first episode that I could remember. Yeah. So, I thought they did a good job of adding things where they needed to be. I liked it. Yeah, it was good. I'll definitely continue watching this. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. I want to see some more cool powers.
Yeah.
I want to see...
They're only going to get stronger now.
Yeah. I want to see the ultimate showdown. Now, I think this has like... How many episodes of the cartoon is there? Like
I don't know. 1,000? I don't know. I don't think it's that many. Maybe like 4 years or something. It's not that. It's not that.
It's not as crazy as like One Piece is like 22 seasons.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I don't think it's... I think it is more contained.
So yeah, I would definitely. I'm excited to see, what, where this goes. I want to see the Avatar full powered, fired up.
Yes.
Fire coming out of this hand. Water coming out of this hand.
Yes.
He's blowing air.
Right.
And the earth
just
is
like
underneath him.
Under him.
Yes.
Amazing.
That sounds great. I'm going to draw that in my journal. All right. That is it for this return cold reboot edition of First Eps. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels good. Like
feels
just
good
like riding a horse, a bike.
Just like riding a horse.
Whatever that analogy is.
Yeah.
I think it's a bike.
Yeah, you get right back on the horse.
Yeah. That's right. I crossed it. Yeah.
Just
it's
like riding
a bike
horse.
or get back on the horse.
Get back on the bike.
I don't know if it's riding the horse.
No, you're
usually,
right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But I mixed it and it worked.
It did work. And people knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Yes. Thank you so much for coming back. Checking out this episode.
It was a good one.
If you are, if you like to listen to us talking to you through your ears, go check out the podcast. You can find us anywhere podcasts are found. First Eps Podcast. Punch those little 3 words in there, and you don't even need the podcast right. You just put in First Eps. Bam, comes up. Bam, subscribe. Bam, download all.
What if
and then you got a full backlog of everything.
Watch us through
if you want to watch us with your eyes,
you
can go check us out on YouTube. We're at Pop Culture Playground. You can find this, a bunch of other stuff there. All our past episodes. Again, hit subscribe. Bam, you're in there. You're getting all the new stuff coming at you. We're going to be
giving the content now, so you got to be ready to get it. It's delivered. Yeah.
Yes. And then also check us out on Instagram and TikTok. We're putting out more stuff there. And that's all I got. You got anything else?
I don't. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Let me open this up.
But this one, we don't use any props. We just make the sounds ourselves. Oh, someone's flushing the toilet.
That sounds like a good poop.
I'm gonna eat this jelly bean. Gulp.